Okay, Zena, I think we can start. Can you start us off?
Yes, I can. So, hello everyone. My name is Zena Gomes. I'm the president of the board of directors of Aminga, and I'll be one of your co-hosts today. I would like to welcome everyone to the fourth annual Aminga Virtual Fundraiser. And then we have here Virginia, which is going to be my co-host. Go ahead, Virginia.
Hello, everybody. My name is Virginia Cuello, and I am a consultant with Caraya LLC. I am co-hosting this fundraiser today with Zena. Before I begin, I wanted to let you know that this event is being recorded. So if you would like to not be recorded, just put yourself off camera and make sure to communicate with us via chat. Yeah, and if you have any questions, comments, and concerns, share them with our amazing line. We have an amazing line of speakers today. However, if you do not wish to be recorded, like I said, you can please keep your camera. I'm passing it on to Zena one more time to talk to us about what is in state for us today. Go ahead, Zena.
Yes, so let's begin. So for the next 5 minutes while we let people in, and we will ask you to write on the chat where you're calling from, what is your favorite sports, and your favorite school subject. And while we wait, we'll enjoy the video highlights of last year camp, and we go from there. Thank you. Thank you for joining. And I'll be transitioning to Portuguese once more people come in. Thank you.
Thank you, Zena. Enjoy the video, everybody.
He plays handball, football, and volleyball.
Thank you, everybody. As we wait for folks to write their introductions in the chat, again, we're writing our name, where we're calling from today, and what was your favorite subject in school. So as we wait for that, I'm just going to go over the agenda real quick. for the day. So first, we will listen to a music video by Soraya Ramos. Then we're gonna do a welcome, and then we're going to hear from the youth participants' testimonials. We'll hear their amazing experience in this camp. We will hear from the Aminga's godparents, and then we will have staff presentations. We have an amazing array of folks that volunteer every year to come to Cape Verde to teach these kids. So we will hear from them about their experience. We will also have our pitch, and we will spotlight our sponsors. We have sponsors that are able to support us in this great program. After that, we will open the floor for questions from you all that we can answer, and then we will close with a music video by Tura Boys to close. So this is our agenda for today. I'll pass it on to Zena.
Yes, so just reminder that this is a celebration. So this is our 4th year, basically building this program and the camp, the summer camp that happens in July. So again, it's a Saturday. We want to celebrate Aminga. We want to celebrate the people that are part of this project. And we have people from all over the world. As I'm looking at the chats, I see people from the United States, people from England, people from Cape Verde here. Some of the sports that I see here include volleyball, basketball, soccer, cycling, and some of the subjects, that favorite subjects include art. My favorite subject in high school was math. Social studies shows as some of the favorite subjects. Me and John, we share math. Not a lot of people like math, John. What's going on here? I see speech too. So again, just thanking everybody that was able to join to celebrate Aminga, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Zena.
Another thing about our this particular presentation is the sharing of our culture, the Cape Verdean culture. So I'm gonna transition to introducing you this amazing Cape Verdean Portuguese singer. She stated that her job is to take Cape Verde's culture with her around the world, as she wants to continue what Desire Ever has built. We picked this video as a way to show you a little bit of the Cape Verdean culture through music, people, and food. And one thing I would like to share, even though this video is going to be in Creole and Portuguese, and I know there's a lot of English-speaking people here, only English-speaking people here, is that just keep in mind the visuals that I show. So a lot of the things that shows on the video is still practiced in Cape Verde Islands, and mostly on the rural areas of Cape Verde, but it's pretty much part of our culture existing currently. So one thing that's why it reminds me at the end of the video is that not to forget our roots, where we come from. So enjoy the video, enjoy a little bit of our culture through this music video.
Classic. Oh, yeah. Oja undi no anda. Cabo Verdeanos espalharam no mundo, pra tudo banda. Oja undi no anda. Aqui dizemos eu amo-te, mas lá na minha terra tá falado creu. Fica comigo, tenta levar o conche. Aquele sabor gostoso da nossa cachupa. Se minha terra que diga tem igual. 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 Hoje onde não anda, Cabo Verdeanos espalharam no mundo, pra tudo banda. Hoje onde não anda, vozes usadas espalharam no mundo.
That was so beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Zena. Thank you, you guys, for sharing this with us today. Now, we will transition to hear from our co-funders, namely Zena and Petty. I'll pass it on to you guys.
Hello, everyone. As I stated before, I'm one of the founders and president of the Aminga Board of Directors. I moved to the United States when I was 17, so it was about 20 years ago. I went to Boston College, and again, moved to Florida in the past 10, 11 years. And I felt the need to give back to my community. And again, going back to what Soraya said on the last part of the video, remembering my roots and understanding that there is a need to be fulfilled, and just trying to, again, use my community, my group of friends. I'm glad that they're as crazy as I am in finding our purpose, right? To help one another and other people that we don't know, we haven't met, but I feel like it's a greater happiness when you're able to help other people to fulfill their dreams and to fulfill their purpose. So again, I wanted to just say thank you to everyone that's joined Aminga, one way or the other has supported, either through donation, but also sharing my culture by inviting these amazing group of people to go to my country and experience the culture, the people there. And it's always a great feeling when you hear them talking about, I want to live in São Vicente, you know, where can I buy properly, or I want to stay here for longer to experience more of the people and the culture. So again, I feel like I'm doing my job to promote tourism in a small scale, but definitely sharing what the country has given so much. And also, I have my family members there, so it's always a good excuse to visit them for a 1 month period of the time during the year. So again, I just have words of appreciation, words of thanks to everyone that's been part of this dream, everyone that's been part of my purpose of giving back to my country and the so many people there that I look up to, my teachers, my family there, my friends. So again, I thank everyone to being part of this journey, and I pass on to my beautiful sister that's been part for Aminga since day one. And without her, I don't think this project could be implemented in Cape Verde so successfully.
Olá a todos, boa tarde, bom dia, boa noite, não sei o horário que está aí. Obrigada, Zina. Meu nome é Betty, vivo em Mindelo, onde o campus acontece todo ano. E, para além de ser uma das fundadoras e diretora da Aminga, eu faço parte antes do campus, eu sou responsável pela logística, tento preparar tudo aqui, desde a logística, sou responsável pelo recrutamento dos miúdos e também tento angariar fundos de Cabo Verde para implementar esse projeto aqui. E as minhas expectativas para esse ano, espero que são altas, que nem dizem em inglês, good vibes only, para esse ano, porque temos muitas novidades. Temos novidades em relação ao staff, temos novidade em relação às disciplinas e principalmente temos novidades em relação aos miúdos. Temos miúdos que vêm de outras ilhas. No ano passado tivemos uma experiência que veio de uma ilha aqui perto de São Vicente, que é Santo Antão, mas esse ano temos outras ilhas participando. Então, digamos que o nosso campus está a ficar cada vez mais nacional. Então, isso sempre foi o nosso objetivo. Não é possível estar a fazer isso em todas as ilhas, mas o nosso intuito é ter participação dos miúdos de todas as ilhas, se for possível. Então, estamos a trabalhar nisso. Então, esse ano já estamos a dar um passo em relação à concretização desse objetivo. Então, para mim, para esse ano, só boas expectativas e também espero que o staff e os miúdos possam aproveitar essa experiência 100% ou a 1000% e também possam aproveitar a ilha. Tá bom? Beijinho a todos e boa gala.
Thank you, Betty. And again, I see a lot of things on the chat calling her the MVP, the real MVP. So
Thank
thank you so
you.
thank you for everything. And then pass it on to Virginia to introduce the next section.
Thank you both. I mean, it has to be such an honor to bring back to your community and to create this wonderful, it's like a dream come true with everybody. Thank you, Zena, and thank you, Betty, for just imagining this and making it work. And thank you, everybody that's here right now, for helping us making it a possibility. Now that we've heard why Amingo was created, and we'll continue to make it work, now that we've heard from the funding members, it is time to hear from these amazing athletes, from the youth themselves. What impact has happened in their lives because Aminga exists? You know, sport is not only about playing, it's also about making a positive impact of the court by being a team and working in a team. Before we hear from the youth themselves, let's hear from the godparents that also make this work possible. So I'm going to pass it on to them. Thank you.
Yes, nós vamos, nessa reunião, nessa gala, vamos falar em português e em inglês ao mesmo tempo, que temos várias pessoas de vários outros países. Essa parte, vamos falar dos padrinhos, né? Que não só são atletas profissionais que estão agora como atletas, mas também que foram atletas e estão agora ou sendo treinadores, ou pessoas amantes do desporto que apoiam o nosso programa. E eu tenho o prazer de apresentar uma delas, que é a Dana Creto. Dana is the godmother for volleyball. Ela é a madrinha do volleyball. And she's originally from Romania. She's the wife and a mom of a handsome boy, an avid volleyball player, but also a fan like me and her. We try to go as many professional tournaments to watch the pros. And we actually just came back from Espinho, Portugal, to watch the Elite 16 beach volleyball. And it's always we met through volleyball. We met through in a tournament in California. So Dana, I pass on the word to you.
Thanks, Zena. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna use all the Portuguese I know, which is bom dia and obrigada. So there you go. But thank you so much for that intro. Like Zena said, we met on the volleyball court. So I actually grew up in Romania in the 90s, which was after the revolution. And there wasn't a whole lot going on then, but I was gonna say there were camps. And through camps, I met some amazing people.
Mm-hmm.
And that I actually still keep in touch with, one of which is my husband. But you know, ended up in the US playing volleyball, and I just feel blessed and always looking, like Zena said, just looking for ways to pay it forward. And this has been I remember talking to Zena when she first decided her and Betty to do something like this and pay it forward in their own community. And I know I always think back to, you know, my own community in Romania. I just feel so blessed and fortunate to be able to part of Zena's project and the whole teams. And yeah, just, you never know with being a part of a camp, if it's a skill, whether it's computers, whether it's sports, whether it's a piece of advice that you hear, you know, personal connection. you just never know. And camps are an amazing opportunity to make a difference in someone's life. And I also just know Zena and the team is amazing. They put 100% into everything they do. And like I mentioned, just count myself blessed to be part of it and to be able to help. And it's always amazing to get the update every year and just see how amazingly the camp goes and just the impact that it's having. So I'll keep it short, but thank you, Zena and Betty and everybody that's on, and looking forward to hearing more.
Thank you, Dana. It's always nice. Again, I love my friends. I love my community. That's crazy as I am. So, and definitely appreciate your support. You've been there since day one, since I presented the project to you, and only love. And yeah, and I'm gonna pass on to like Portuguese just to quickly say what you said. So, Dana, ela originalmente nasceu na Romênia. E nós conhecemos através de um torneio de vôlei de praia na Califórnia, e desde o primeiro dia, quando apresentei o projeto, ela, de uma maneira ou outra, quer ajudar, quer fazer parte, então ela aceitou ser madrinha do voleibol, do programa do voleibol da minha. Now we're going to hear from Andre Stein. He's the professional Brazilian beach volleyball player. Has won many titles. One of the highlights is the 2017 World Championship at only 22 years old. He's currently the 3-time Brazilian champion, and since the start of Aminga has been an avid supporter. Now, currently, this is amazing. Andre Stein and his partner George are gonna represent Brazil in the Olympic Games that's gonna happen in Paris this summer. So while we're going to be in camp, we'll be watching him, hopefully through the TV, watching him be successful and just give the best of him and represent Aminga. So we're going to play a video of him. It's going to be in Portuguese, so I'm not going to translate that part. And but we have English subtitle. Go ahead, Andy.
Fala pessoal, tudo bem? Aqui é o André Stein, sou atleta profissional de vôlei de praia. Estou aqui para dizer que mais uma vez serei o padrinho aí do voleibol do projeto Aminga. Muito orgulho de participar desde o início desse projeto, sempre incentivando aí o esporte, no que eu consigo aí sempre estar representando muito bem esse esporte e ajudando da forma que eu posso. Mais feliz ainda, né, de poder continuar trilhando esse caminho com vocês. Esse ano não poderia estar participando ainda com vocês presencialmente porque estarei jogando as Olimpíadas, então vou estar representando aí vocês também, representando o Projeto Aminga lá nas Olimpíadas. Mas eu espero que no ano que vem eu consiga ir até vocês e conhecer cada um e participar pessoalmente. Tenho muito orgulho, né, e uma honra também de estar participando desse projeto, a convite da Zina, uma grande amiga, e eu espero que esse ano, como os outros anos, seja um grande sucesso, e torço por cada um de vocês aí, e em breve espero conhecer vocês. Então, um grande abraço e que seja mais um ano aí, mais um sucesso, esse projeto Aminga.
Thank you, André, for that. As I stated, me and Dana were in Espinho last weekend watching him live, him and his partner, and they actually won the bronze medal of that particular tournament. So it's always a great honor to lose. And just having someone like him, like a role model, a professional athlete, just be there for the kids and wanted to share a little bit of his experience. He's someone also that was that came through, in a sense, from a social project. So as you can see, dreams come true. The next athlete or former athlete that we're going to present is Maria Andrade. She's the godmother of basketball. She was born in Cape Verde, and she was a former professional basketball player where she played 5 seasons in the WNBA. So currently she's the assistant coach for Toronto Raptors. So Maria Andrade é a nossa madrinha do basquetebol. Ela nasceu em Cabo Verde, tem a nacionalidade portuguesa Ela jogou 5 temporadas na liga, na maior liga de profissional de mulheres, que é a WNBA, e agora ela é assistente, treinadora assistente da Toronto Raptors. Go ahead and play the video.
Good morning, my name is Mary Andrade, and it's a privilege and honor to be here with you guys today in one more Amingas Gala. Projects like Aminga has a special place in my heart because of what they represent for the youth and for the community. They allowed opportunities, and they offer opportunities for young athletes to develop their skills, not just on the floor, but also outside the floor. Opportunities that if it wasn't for projects like this, they will have a really hard time dislocating themselves and be a part of. The importance that Aminga also puts in academics is extremely important, because if it wasn't, in my case especially, I grew up playing basketball, but I think my life is what it is right now because I had the opportunity to do both, going to school and play sports. I know it's something that is not easy to do, but I mean, by educating young athletes and show them the importance of academics is also allowing them to have options while they're playing, and especially after they're playing, because we always know that basketball, soccer, volleyball, all sports, they have a day they start, but we also know that it's going to be a day that will come that you have to hang your shoes. So having a backup plan, a plan B for after sports, is very important. Developing athletes on and off the court allows them to be prepared for the future, and being able to utilize the values that we learn while we play and be able to translate them to the, let's call it, the real world is even more important. Values like respect, determination, leadership are values that will go a long way into our lives, whatever path we decide to go, and can also define how successful we'll be in life. By inviting role models, positive role models to every event, and that's why, and I saved the best for last, talking the importance of having former athletes, role models in any kind of area of sports come and talk to the youth is important, because I'm a firm believer that what you see is what you want to become. So by them seeing that, in my case, someone from Cape Verde, a global south country that went long ways, did a lot of sacrifices, but made their dreams come true, I think they can identify that if they put the work and they start at a young age working towards their dreams, everything can happen. So I commend Aminga for all the work, for all the hard work they put in, day out, to bring these young athletes together and allow them just to develop in all sense, not just as athletes, but especially as people, because that with a bigger picture is not just developing the individual, but is also developing the community, the cities, and whatever environment they are part of. I hope you're having fun with the event. I hope that this is just one of many to come, and good luck with everything and the rest of the event. Bye-bye.
That's so many great things and great points that Maddie said on this video and share with us. For me, what the highlight is the academics, right? I think the kids need to have a plan B, right? So there's a start and there's an end in their professional, athlete career, but just having that plan B to, when they stop, to continue to earn income, to continue to have a positive impact on their sports or in the community. And talking about role models, right? What they represent for these kids, like, again, it's not just having the dream, it's about putting the work, having the discipline, day in, day out, making sure that they understand there are sacrifices along the way, but there's also the benefits, right? You reap the benefits from your work. Passando para português, uma das coisas que a Mary apontou foi a questão da importância de estudar, né, dos estudos na vida das crianças, não só tendo um sonho de ser atleta profissional, mas também tendo essa opção de estudar, porque a vida profissional tem um começo e um fim. Então, quando terminas essa parte da profissional de um atleta, o que vais fazer? Qual é o plano B? Então, muitas vezes, tendo esse recurso para ter outras opções do que fazer. Outra coisa que ela falou que é muito importante é a questão de sermos líderes, né? De saber que temos um sonho, mas temos que colocar trabalho e ter disciplina e saber que temos que fazer sacrifícios para conseguir o que queremos, né? O nosso sonho. Então, muito obrigada, Mary, por aceitar ser madrinha do programa de basquete e estar a compartilhar a experiência dela e o sacrifício dela para conseguir o que ela conseguiu na carreira dela. So now we're going to hear from the basketball godfather, Yannick Frank. He's a Dutch professional basketball player. He also represents the Netherlands national team in international competition. Mais uma vez, vamos agora a falar, o nosso padrinho do basquete vai falar um pouco sobre ele. Ele é um jogador profissional de basquete, está na Turquia agora e ele representa a equipa nacional da Holanda. Go ahead, Andy.
Hola, fans of basketball of Aminga 2024 Summer Camp. Eu sou Yannick Frank and I am 27 years old here in Istanbul, playing for Büyükçekmece, which is playing at the highest division here in Turkey. This is my 10th season overseas, going from Lithuania, Italy, Germany, Spain, all the way here to Turkey. But the most important thing is that I met one of my greatest teammates in Italy, and y'all know him for sure. What's up, Beto Gomez? I know you're there. He asked me a question, a personal favor, if I wanted to be one of the godfathers of this year's edition, and of course, how can I say no to this? So by this, I proudly represent that I'll be one of the godfathers of the 2024 Aminga Basketball Summer Camp. Enjoy! Hola, fans of basketball of Aminga 2024.
Thank you. Again, thank you, Frank, for wanting to basically be the godfather of basketball, become a role model for the kids there. So we appreciate every single one of the godparents to take on this responsibility. Next will be the Débora Moreno, which is our handball godmother. She's a Portuguese handball player. Last season, she played for the Benfica team, and she gladly accepted to become Aminga's godmother. A nossa madrinha do handball é a Débora Moreno, ela é portuguesa, ela jogou pela equipa do Benfica e ela aceitou ser a nossa madrinha. Vamos ouvir muito mais dela antes do campus e durante o campus. E último vai ser o nosso padrinho do handball, é o segundo ano consecutivo que o Paulo Moreno aceita ser o padrinho do handball. Ele é jogador profissional de handball, ele representa o nosso país, Cabo Verde, então é uma honra tê-lo aqui e vamos ouvir dele. Ele vai falar em inglês e depois vou fazer uma pequena tradução. Go ahead, Andy, you can play the video. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Paulo Moreno. I will continue to be handball godfather. First of all, I really like the persons that are leading this project, amazing project. I think they are amazing persons also, Betinho, Betty and Sofia. For me, they are really great players and really big example for everybody, not only in Portugal but also in Cabo Verde. And after, of course, in my head, give the opportunity to the kids to feel different things and have a lot of experience and opportunities to be happy, it's amazing. And of course, I cannot say no to Aminga. Aminga, it's amazing. I'm part of this family, and I cannot imagine me when I was young if I have this opportunity to join in tournaments, know some kids, new persons, new kids, and be happy. Especially, I think for all of the kids, it's too important have contact with the persons that are like idols for them, you know. And imagine if I play volleyball, or if I play handball, or if I play basketball, have some players that are godfather or godmother in some modalities like us, in some sports, that we can give these good feelings, good opportunities for the kids to ask something, to play with us, and all of these things. I cannot imagine. It's amazing, and I'm so happy to continue with you. Now for the kids, I really hope that you can have an amazing time, enjoy a lot, be happy, because all of these memories that you'll build now, it will be amazing in the future to remember. Okay? See you.
E isso foi o Paulo. Uma das coisas que ele falou no vídeo é sobre como seria a vida dele, né? Se ele tivesse a oportunidade, como nossos miúdos vão ter nos campos da Aminga. E também ele falou sobre as pessoas envolvidas no projeto, que são pessoas maravilhosas. Ele tem contato direto com Beto e Sofia, porque os dois são da equipa do Benfica, que ele jogou até agora, até esse ano. E é uma honra fazer parte do programa e ser um dos representantes da modalidade de handball, mas também ser padrinho e compartilhar a experiência que ele tem, não tanto como jogador profissional, mas também como jogador profissional para a equipa de Cabo Verde. Então, muito obrigada pelo carinho e por querer fazer parte desse projeto. And with that, I'll pass on to Virginia. Thank you.
Thank you, Zina, and thank you to all of our godparents. I mean, this is amazing group of people, amazing that the kids get to have so much support and somebody to look up to. And the fact that we have one of our godparents going to the Olympics, that is really cool. I think, you guys, it takes you what Aminga has done. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much for all of you guys being here and supporting that. And to our godparents, really, thank you. The next video is a set of testimonials from our youth.
Hola, fans of basketball of Aminga 2024 Summer Camp.
Sorry, technical difficulties. So the next video is our a testimonial from our youth. They will share about what they loved about their experience, what Aminga means to them, and what they would like to see for this summer. I'll pass it on to Zina to share a little bit about this to translate a little bit, and then we'll play the video. Thank you.
Essa próxima sessão é sobre os testemunhos dos miúdos que fizeram parte do nosso campus desde o primeiro ano ou fizeram parte do ano passado. Eles vão falar um pouco da experiência deles, vão dizer o que eles esperam para esse ano. Então, espero que vocês gostem dessa parte. Vai ser em crioulo português e eu vou tentar fazer um pequeno sumário em inglês. So this is gonna be in Portuguese. The video is the kids. They're gonna basically share with us their experience, and I'll try to give you a little bit of highlights, the summary in English once the video stops. Thank you, and you go ahead.
Olá a todos, meu nome é Dylan Tavares.
Eu sou a Eva Figueiredo.
E este é o nosso segundo ano de Aminga. Confesso que desde o último dia do ano passado sinto uma saudade imensa de estar no campus. No ano passado foi uma experiência incrível, maravilhosa. Por isso peço-vos ajuda para nos ajudar a viver essa experiência de novo. Podemos ver que a Aminga não só prima por bons atletas, mas também bons e honestos cidadãos, através dos valores que nos transmitem durante o campus. Conhecemos pessoas novas, novas culturas e aprendemos a viver em convivência com os outros.
Foi uma experiência incrível e única. Eu quero muito vivê-la de novo. Eu quero encontrar as mesmas pessoas de antes, mas também conhecer novas, porque é sempre bom. Foi uma experiência cansativa, mas eu não me arrependo e eu quero muito vivê-la de novo.
Para este ano, espero que seja incrível de novo, com talvez algumas novidades que venham a tornar o campus mais incrível ainda. Este ano vou tentar fazer tudo para ganhar o MVP. Sei que o importante não é ganhar, mas é divertir, mas a vitória nunca fez mal a ninguém.
É uma experiência única e eu indico para todos participarem.
Muito obrigado. Por favor, nos ajudem a viver esta experiência de novo.
Obrigada.
Sou a Lara Mara Lima Silva, tenho 17 anos, participei no Campus Aminga no ano passado. Foi uma experiência muito boa, conheci muitas pessoas, interagi com pessoas de várias regiões e para este ano espero que seja um ano muito melhor, que tenhamos o clima de respeito, o clima de brincadeiras, como sempre. E para os miúdos que ainda não tiveram a oportunidade de participar no campus, espero que um dia vocês tenham a oportunidade. E obrigado, Aminga, para mais uma oportunidade de participar no campus.
Olá a todos, eu sou Rihanna, tenho 16 anos e participei na terceira edição da Aminga. Hoje estou aqui para representar a modalidade de handball e compartilhar um pouco da minha experiência no handball e as expectativas para este ano. A terceira edição da Aminga foi uma experiência incrível e tive o privilégio de aprimorar as minhas habilidades no handball e conhecer pessoas incríveis e momentos que levarei para toda a vida. As atividades foram estimulantes e os treinadores foram verdadeiramente inspirantes. Este ano estou muito animada para retomar o campus da Aminga e continuar a aprender e a crescer no handball. No entanto, para que isso aconteça, precisamos do seu apoio.
Olá, meu nome é Danielson, participei das últimas 3 edições da Aminga. Este projeto influenciou em várias áreas da minha vida, nomeadamente a educação, desporto e caráter. A minha última experiência no último ano foi boa, com um ponto alto na aula das artes e também na aula de direitos humanos, que foi implementada no ano passado. Em termos de desporto, sempre acompanhado por bons treinadores, grande ambiente e bom staff. Por último, queria deixar uma mensagem para os novos participantes para nunca desistirem, pois este projeto me ensinou a não desistir.
Olá, meu nome é Bruno, eu tenho 18 anos. Eu participei na segunda e na terceira edição da Aminga, em que a minha experiência foi ótima. Eu acabei por aprimorar as minhas técnicas, conheci novas pessoas, as pessoas que foram instruídas para nos treinar eram de experiência muito elevada. Eu acabei por aprimorar e usar muitas técnicas que me foi atribuído. Hoje eu acho que sou muito melhor graças a isso, pois no campus nos deram a oportunidade de interagir uns com os outros e partilhar uma experiência diferente, ou seja, foi um momento único na minha vida. Assim, eu espero que esse ano haja muito mais contributo para que esse ano possa decorrer melhor ainda do que o outro.
So I'm gonna try to give a little bit of summary of what they say in English, but some of the great things that I heard on the video, and by the way, we added the video, so whatever we got, that's what we're sharing with you. But the funny part is that they're basically saying thank you to all the staff, everybody that basically went there to share that moment with them, to teach them. I think some of them talk about human rights, the impact that that made in their lives, the sports, the coaches and their impact. Some of them are very competitive, saying that this year they will try to get the MVP award. And some of them assure that this experience has built, helped them build resilience and develop their character. And they advise the other kids that are going to participate this year to never give up, because that's one of the things that they've learned. So again, so many great things that were said on the video. I wish that you guys that only speak English, you would understand it, but they're just grateful for the experience, and they're looking forward, for the ones that are still part of the Aminga program for this year, they look forward for another amazing experience with Aminga. Go ahead, Virginia.
Thank you, Zina. I mean, I speak Spanish, so I sort of understood a little bit, but what I can tell you is you can see how happy they are and how much they really love the experience. And I could pick one line that I shared on the chat with you all, a unique moment in my life, and how deep that went through me as a mother of a teenager. I think it's so important when young adults say a unique moment in my life, that is the impact that Aminga is having. So yes, we are getting through the youth, and this is so important to continue to work on this. Now we will hear from our staff. I mean, we have a group of folks that come from all over the world to make this happen. And you know, they're wonderful. They're there. They do this from the bottom of their hearts, and they do this for the kids. So why don't we hear from them to hear what their experience is and how they do this work to make sure that they give these kids a great experience. So
I just want to add, Virginia, if you allow me, they are part of my crazy group of people that believe in giving back. They believe that there's a great purpose in our lives, and again, sharing the knowledge that they have with the kids. And a lot of them, at the end of the program, they shared with us that they thought they came to give something, but they feel like they returned with more, way more than they expected. So again, thank you so much for everybody from all over the world to come to my country and to share that moment with us. And again, what we look for in sharing with you is that amazing Cape Verde and Morabeza hospitality. Morabeza for us is hospitality with you guys. And yeah, and we're gonna hear the first on the lineup is ABA by Brandon. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brandon. I am leading the ABA department, and I'm very excited to be back again for my third camp. This is the fourth overall camp for Aminga in Cape Verde. And I want to just give you a little bit of brief about the ABA department, which stands for Applied Behavior Analysis. And ABA is the science of behavior and changing behavior and the environment to curate a successful behavior change long term. Now, how we're using this inside of the Aminga environment is we're doing it with three main points, and that is within the classroom, that is with the sports and creating strategies for the sports, and within the interdisciplinary approach or between departments to make sure everything is just working efficiently, effective, and everybody's on the same page. And with the classroom, we're really just providing behavior strategies to make sure all the behaviors and attention is redirected and everybody's engaged, everybody's doing everything that we, timely, respectful, and participating in class. And one example that we've had last year, it's camp that was, a success story where we had an issue between a couple of students in a class. We had somebody on the ABA team and come and intervene and kind of diffuse the situation. And over that day and the next day, those two made up and was apologizing and playing with each other. Now with the coaches and the sports, we're using ABA to improve either hyper-focused behaviors or improve efficiency with things like posture. So a success story, an example of that is with volleyball. The last day, I think, of last camp, we had 100% for all of the female participants with correct posture. So that equated to everybody increasing their correct serving, their ability to serve correctly. And then lastly, between departments, we have some new strategies for this year where we're going to help to essentially increase efficiency and to make sure everybody is just on the same page, on the same arrow. But yeah, that's all for my spiel, and I'm looking forward to being a part of the camp again this year.
Thank you, Brandon. And now we're going to hear from Rita.
Olá a todos, eu sou a Rita, sou nascida e criada em Portugal e no ano passado o campus para mim foi realizar um sonho de criança, porque sempre quis estar em África para poder ajudar as crianças e no ano passado poder ajudar com a minha parte profissional, então foi uma experiência incrível. As crianças têm uma necessidade, eles bebem toda a informação que nós levamos para eles, quer em termos académicos, quer em termos dos valores pessoais, e a parte da yoga entra aqui como uma conexão, eles aprenderem a conectar o corpo com a mente, e isso pode trazer-lhes muito mais concentração nos desportos que eles praticam, nas aulas e na vida pessoal. Portanto, é uma coisa que ao longo do tempo que estivemos no campus consegue-se perceber a evolução que eles têm. Depois é uma honra fazer parte deste projeto, porque toda a envolvência de todo o staff, de toda a gente é incrível. Eu não consigo descrever muito bem o que é que acontece ali, porque aquilo que acontece ali é de pessoas genuínas, umas que querem aprender, umas que querem partilhar o conhecimento que têm, e é uma envolvência espetacular. Não há muitas palavras que eu consiga descrever, só mesmo vivendo este projeto com todas as crianças, com todos os jovens, com toda a comunidade de São Vicente, é incrível.
Obrigada, Rita. Thank you, Rita. I just want to give people opportunity to understand how our program works. So every day after the kids check in the morning, they have breakfast in the camp, and then we have the yoga, and then ABA. So yoga for us, me growing up in Cape Verde, born and raised in Cape Verde, yoga was something that you watch rich people on TV do. So again, just bringing this to the kids has been something transformational for them. Again, connecting body and mind is something that anyone can do. It's just knowing how to do it. So again, thank you, Rita, for sharing this, sharing your craft, sharing this experience with the kids. And now we're gonna hear from our sports. And the first lineup is Nina, representing handball.
Alô, boa tarde a todos. Estão-me a ouvir?
Sim.
Hi, boa tarde a todos. Eu, antes de mais, obrigada por fazer parte da equipa da Aminga. Sou Cristalina, sou de Cabo Verde, mais conhecido por Nina, amante do desporto e principalmente o handball. Já há 3 anos que estou junto com a Aminga. O primeiro ano participei o primeiro e o segundo ano, participei como visitante, gostei muito das atividades, gostei da organização, dos miúdos a participar ativamente, foi maravilhosamente. No terceiro ano, convidaram para me participar na equipa técnica de handball, gostei imenso, fiquei muito orgulhosa e trabalhei junto com o professor também Jean-Pierre, colaboramos, todos os miúdos colaboraram conosco, amei a organização, as atividades que a Minga fez para os miúdos ficaram super felizes, falaram, depois da Minga, falam da Minga e começam tipo, a sentir uma alegria enorme com os miúdos a falar da Minga. Este ano a expectativa é maior, que estou a ver que a Minga já está a trazer outros miúdos das outras ilhas, muito, muito bom. Não só vão praticar as atividades desportivas, como também as outras atividades também, para também trabalhar a parte dos valores, já está muito pouco nas crianças, mas ali também trabalho um pouco dos valores do ser humano e acredito que com esse projeto da Minga, muitos dos miúdos mudaram o comportamento. Não só o comportamento, também entraram, muitos que ainda não tinham equipa, entraram para a equipa de basquetebol, de voleibol, do handball. Gostei, para dizer que gostei imenso de ter participado na terceira edição da Minga. Espero que este ano seja também um sucesso. Obrigada, Minga, obrigada à organização, Força Lazina e todos os outros. Um abraço. E não estou a ver a nossa portuguesa.
Obrigada, Nina. I'm just gonna just say something in English real quick. So Jean-Pierre and Nina led the handball program. And Jean-Pierre is someone that actually lived on the same building. We've been living there for, I don't know, from 1997. I left the country in 2004. And he lived basically in the same building that I lived. And he was a PE teacher. He's like the head of the handball for the Cape Verde. And also he was the coach of my sister while I was growing up playing handball. So athletic trainer, he has many titles. But one thing I always remember, like growing up and watching him, he has this passion for handball. So again, it's an honor to have someone so close to us to lead the program, and someone from the island, someone that every person in Cape Verde knows about him. So again, he's a role model because he's someone from Cape Verde. He's a role model because the kids can see representation. And that's one of the things that we strive to show the kids at the program. So next would be the volleyball. And
we have basketball first.
Oh, sorry, basketball. So basketball, again, is led by Sophia and my brother Beto. So both are co-founders. And again, this year, they look forward to just share their experience, their journey as professional basketball players. Sophia is now the manager for the Benfica women's team. So again, having that, as Mary stated, and as what we trying to thrive is the after, right? After you're done with your professional career, what can you do after? Now she's showing that you can do more than playing basketball. So now she's becoming a manager of her team. So very proud of my sister-in-law. My brother, after 20 years of playing, he's still playing. We call him the Porto wine. It gets better with time. So again, I don't know how his knees haven't fall off, but it is what it is. Genetics. So again, super excited to share this program with my family. And then next we have my dear volleyball. So again, last year what we had basically Claudia and Mario run the program. Claudia and Mario were part of the workshop that Dega da Gama, our first year coach that went in. He's Brazilian. He was the head coach for Southern New Hampshire University, which is a D2 volleyball program. He went on 2022 to do a workshop on the island about volleyball, what's basically techniques and the practice styles. And it's nice to see that translation, right? So after he gave the workshop, now we have local people running the volleyball program and sharing what they learned from that workshop and sharing from their professional career. Mario is a professional volleyball player, left the country to play professional in Portugal, Canary Islands. Claudia is a local PE teacher from the school that we actually hold the program. And it's just nice to see that basic continuity and sharing, like the exchange of knowledge that we thrive with our international staff. And then we have next in line is the career readiness. So again, our goal for career readiness was to expose the youth participants to community leaders from very industry backgrounds that share their personal journey and their body of work. We have former youth participants there. We had 2 basketball players that currently are living their dream of playing basketball semi-professional. They were basically given the opportunity after the Minga camp to go live in Portugal and be part of a program where they not only would nurture their skills in basketball, also work on their academics. So it's really nice for them to go back and give back to the program and share their experience. So it was really nice to have them on this part of the career readiness. We also had the representative of IDJ, which is our Youth and Sport Institute in Cape Verde, Adelino Duarte. He was actually a former teacher of when I was in high school. So I always joke with him. I'm like, now you see, like all that information or all that the stuff that you share in class, it pays off with me. So now I'm basically paying back and doing I feel like it is my duty as a citizen of Cape Verde to share my experience and share whatever resources that I can with the youth there. So also we had FX and Kayla go and share their body of work. They're actually going to speak because they're going to be part of the program for this year. So I'm really honored and I'm really happy they accepted the challenge to become part of the program and share their craft. So you're going to hear from them. And Betty, you want to say a few things in regards to career readiness in Portuguese?
Vou praticamente traduzir o que a minha irmã falou. Nesta disciplina, como temos alunos que provavelmente estão no último ano, nos últimos anos da secundária, vão ter que escolher uma carreira a seguir. Então, surgiu essa ideia de ter essa disciplina no ano passado para orientar os meninos em relação nessa matéria. Então, resolvemos convidar pessoas de diferentes áreas para partilhar a sua experiência e falar um pouco também da área que escolheram fazer. Então, achamos por bem ter miúdos da faixa etária deles e também pessoas com mais experiência. Então, felizmente tivemos a participação de 2 dos alunos que iniciaram no campus conosco na primeira edição e depois foram contemplados com bolsas e foram estudar e jogar fora. Tivemos o privilégio deles estarem a partilhar a experiência deles como atletas e como estudantes, que eu acho que é muito importante porque tem vários estudantes nossos que podem estar a querer seguir essa vida e estar a pensar que é uma vida uma vida boa. Então, colocamos esses miúdos, que era da faixa etária deles, a compartilhar a experiência para ver o que é preciso para atingir um certo objetivo. Então, tivemos também um representante do desporto, do Instituto de Desporto e Juventude, que é o Adelino Duarte, que é treinador de handball, já foi jogador de basquete também, jogador de handball, professor da minha irmã. Então, ele também partilhou a experiência dele e também tivemos a participação do Ministério do meu, no caso, o meu ministro, que é o ministro do Mar e também das Indústrias Criativas, que passou a experiência dele também em relação a isso, desde a sua juventude, como ele mesmo partilhou, da sua época de loucura, até agora que já está num patamar mais alto do governo. Então, tivemos essa partilha também. E, por último, mas não menos importante, tivemos a participação da Keila e do FX, que, felizmente, no ano passado participaram como oradores nessa disciplina, e esse ano vamos tê-los como parte do nosso staff. Daqui a uns minutos, eles vão partilhar a disciplina deles. Então, também tiveram a chance de partilhar a experiência nacional e internacional com os miúdos. Então, foram várias áreas abordadas em que os miúdos, pelo menos, ficam com uma ideia do que é seguir uma carreira em determinada área.
Thank you, Betty. And then we're going to hear from John, computers.
Thank you. My name is John from the UK, and I'm here to represent the computers and maps team. So, as with the whole of Aminga, this is a team effort. I can't take credit for this myself, and I work closely with colleague Sean. So, when it came to our computers, we have two main aims. First one being data, in particular sports data, how it can be used, and the data we used as an example of this last year and previous years has been the sports data that they've logged whilst doing their daily drills. So every day, before they get going per session, they do a set number of exercises per day, and we see the number of successes, and we play around with that data to see improvement across the week. We've also looked at coding on the computer side. So we played on with MIT Scratch, and programming language has Python and JavaScript. So these are things we can do in terms of coding in the browser. So it's quite interesting. It's very niche. And on the map side of things, which was the focus of Sean, he looked at the idea that local knowledge is domain knowledge. So the students having really intense discussions about what it means to have safe spaces. And this tied in particularly nicely with what was happening in human rights as well. So that's the kind of thing we wanted to build across, this idea that we're not in isolation, we work across all these other departments as well. So it's quite interesting for me, and I enjoy coming back year after year if that happens.
Thank you, John, for sharing that. And then we have our English team. So next slide, please, Andy. Again, the English program, it's basically divided where we do an assessment before the camp starts to see where the levels, right? And then we divide the groups into intermediary and advanced. So again, on the screen, you have the different things that they focus. Kumi, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the English program.
Okay, hi everyone, and thanks to Zina and Virginia for sort of facilitating this. Yeah, so I was with the English team the second year, well, first and second year, but not last year, but I'm speaking on behalf of them today. Essentially, it's just really trying to get the kids to communicate with each other and communicate with the rest of the staff and faculty and volunteers in English, because, you know, it's the international language, so some degree of proficiency in English is required, whether they go into sports or whether they choose another career path. So we primarily use like the communicative approach, and there's just a lot of focus on collaboration and interaction. And as I said, not just within the class, but getting the participants to do things outside of the class. So getting them to interview, last year we had them interview volunteers from different disciplines about what they do, their background, and also why they were in Cape Verde. And so that's the video that's available, which has been, yeah, I think it was really successful. They really enjoy it. It's not like boring traditional English grammar or language classes that maybe some of us have been subjected to in our childhood. So I think it's a really fun and I think enjoyable part of the program for a lot of the kids. So I guess there's a short video, so I'll hand it back over to you guys.
Thank you. Go ahead, Andy. 2 minutes.
2, 3, action! Yeah. 3, action! 2, 3, action! Good morning. Good morning and
Good morning.
Good morning, hi.
Good morning and welcome again to our Aminga TV show. Today we got a special guest, Mario. Hi. Hi.
Nice to meet you. What's your name? My name is Chloe. Today we have Mario. He's our guest. Hello.
Hello. I'm Damon. Nice to meet you. Hey.
It's okay. I'm here with the president of Aminga, Zina. I have 3 questions for you. 3 is 1, Roger. Go ahead. The president of Aminga, Zina. I have 3 questions for you. 3 is 1, Roger. Go ahead.
So as you can see, we try to basically make the English program more interactive. So I appreciate everybody. And one of the highlights about this is that the kids get to interact with staff from Senegal in regards to, helping them study or understand English and on a conversational manner. So again, it's good to have this partnership with people from Senegal, and they are our neighbors, literally our brothers. So really appreciate them for being able to come and share their knowledge with the kids. So next, we'll hear from Human Rights from Zambia. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Zambia. I live in London in the UK, and along with along with Stephanie. Yeah, we good? Okay. Along with Stephanie and Walner, who's unfortunately not here, we were part of the first human rights program for Aminga last year. What we aimed to do was encourage the students to kind of critically engage with issues of human rights in ways that relate to their everyday lives and the context of Mindelo. And as well as like expose them to experiences and learnings from other places and countries. So in particular, promoting kind of global South-South learning. And last year we looked at the topics of safety and tourism. We created these kind of collaborative maps where we mapped areas of the island where they felt safe and looked at why, and how they relate to institutions like the police. And Walner, who joined us from Haiti via Canada, with him they explored their relationship with tourist sites on the island, and he was able to share reflections and lessons from Haiti, where he's from. I think what is really powerful about the sessions is the format. So it's not just about us being kind of the classic teachers or educators with a one-way flow of knowledge. Instead, we aim to create quite interactive spaces, recognizing just how much knowledge and critical insight they already have into some of these issues. So we kind of treated them as like experts in their own lives, which I think was really new and different for them. And very different from how they're usually kind of taught in the classroom. And this allowed them to share their own experiences, as well as learn from, debate, and collaborate with their peers. and create like joint ideas about what they'd like their environment to look like and how they might bring that about. So yeah, as I said, one thing we did was create these kind of community safety maps of areas they felt safe. Yeah, it was a real privilege to teach and learn with them, and looking forward to more of that this year. And this year we'll be continuing on a similar format with different themes and greater emphasis on kind of global South-South learning, so including some volunteers joining us from Brazil to share their experiences too.
Thank you, Zabia. And we're gonna hear next from the team building team, our twinnies, Tashima and Kasha.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Okay, perfect. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank Aminga for giving me the chance to be a part of such an amazing organization for the past 4 years. It's been so nice to see Aminga grow from the first year, which was during COVID, and to now, and to seeing how much it can grow throughout the years. My name is Tashima. And my twin sister's Kashia. She won't be able to make it today, but she runs team building with me. And in team building, we play a lot of games that are meant to teach leadership skills, how to work together, problem solving, and how to communicate effectively with each other. It ends up being way more fun. So thankfully, the kids get to have so much fun in team building, as well as learning some really important life skills. They grow so much in the little classes that we have and the little bit of time we get to spend together. This year, I'm hoping to switch it up where they will end up being the teachers and hopefully use the skills that they've learned last year into using this year. I'm also the registration coordinator, so I help check in the kids in the morning, and I'm usually one of the first faces that they get to see when we arrive to camp. So I'm excited for another great year of communicating, problem solving, and getting to know each other again. Thank you.
Thank you, Tashima. And then we will hear from our newly formed staff, FX and Kayla, in regards to art, specifically photography. Go ahead.
Olá, sou a Keila Fernandes e primeiro gostaria de dar feliz dia das crianças para todos, como hoje é dia das crianças.
É verdade.
So like happy Children's Day for everybody, happy for our inner child. So, eu vivo aqui em Cabo Verde, sou da ilha de São Vicente, sou fotógrafa já faz 9 anos. Ano passado tive a oportunidade com o CIP de apresentar todo o nosso trabalho e foi uma experiência mesmo linda, porque ver o entusiasmo e a força de querer aprender mais fez-me aceitar com certeza de fazer parte este ano da equipa da Aminga. O que queremos nas aulas da fotografia é ensinar estes a expressar o olhar deles, que eles veem sobre o mundo na fotografia, ao seu dispor, sobre tudo, e sobre algumas técnicas básicas para fotografia. E sim, queremos brincar, queremos divertir nas aulas e queremos tenhamos uma exposição. É isso.
Hello, everybody. My name is FX, so I will try to not repeat too much of what Kayla said, but yeah. First of all, thank you so much, Betty, Zina, and all the Aminga team. We are really happy to be part of this adventure, and really thankful because for us it's so amazing to be able to share our experience with the youth participant. So I'm a photographer from France, and I started photography 14 years ago now. I love to do sports picture, especially basketball, and I've had the chance over the last months to take picture of basketball, volleyball, and handball in São Vicente. So it was a really amazing experience. It is a really amazing experience for me, and yeah, during this class of photography, what we want to do is to try to work on the basics of photography. and maybe focus on the portraits in colors, black and white. We will really try to explore a lot of different techniques. And the goal of the week is to create an exhibition all together. So it's really amazing to be able to create a wonderful energy to create this project as a team. And as Kayla say, yeah, to really enjoy creating, and for this photography is amazing because there are many ways to enjoy, like through portraits, through maybe doing picture of the other participants when they are doing the other sports. So we really can't wait to be part of the adventure.
Thank you so much, team. We look forward to your contribution on the camp, and I'm pretty sure the kids will love this art class. And last but not least, we have another newly added program, the Ujima Medics, and we have Sam here to present for us. Go ahead, Sam.
Obrigada. Tudo bem? Estou aprendendo pouco de português, so we'll see how it goes.
Great job.
Well, thank you very much for having me here today. I'm speaking on behalf of Ujima Medics. We're bringing 4 people to Cabo Verde. Ujima Medics, the word Ujima is a Swahili word that means collective work and responsibility. And what we've been doing since 2014 is spreading emergency first response, community care, and survival skills to access health justice and long-term wellness for communities in Chicago, primarily the Black communities in Chicago. And I've just been listening to all these wonderful people who've gone ahead of me, and I want to just recall a few things that I heard, because what I'm seeing here is that a lot of what we do fits right in with this program. And I remember John saying something about, and if I got this wrong, John, let me know in the comments, saying something that local knowledge is the main knowledge. And I just heard Sabia say that she was trying to build interactive spaces, and a lot of the knowledge that they were working with human rights is knowledge, trying to highlight or utilize the knowledge that these young people already have. And that sounds exactly like what we do at Ujima Medics. We don't come into a classroom and pretend that we're the professors and that we have everything to teach people. What we're doing is sharing skills. I mean, we have about 30 Black medical professionals in our organization. We have also community care responders, organizers. So we have a variety of training, education, and experience. We bring all that together and we come to the community and share the skills that we have. And when we come to Cabo Verde, we're going to try to, I think we're going to be teaching CPR, emergency first aid. And the focus of all our workshops, we do teach CPR, but our main 2 workshops that we teach most regularly are for gunshot wound first aid, which is probably not a big thing in Cabo Verde, but also asthma response. But the subject of what we teach here in Chicago and what we've taught in various other places in the United States is less important than how we do things. And that is to bring to the community skills that, that we're sharing, but also, again, to bounce back on that idea that we are helping people use what they have. And that's both materially and mentally. So personally, I'm looking forward. This is like an exciting opportunity for us to join Aminga in this program and do what we do and learn from everybody else we'll be working with and learn from these kids. And I better just stop there because I can go on forever, especially when I get happy and excited. So we look forward to the experience, and if anyone has any questions for us, or please feel free to reach out. I will put our website in the chat. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam. Obrigada. Então, uma das disciplinas novas vai ser o GYMAmatics. Eles vão ensinar os miúdos a estar prontos para responderem para primeiros socorros, e uma das coisas que eles vão priorizar é usar os recursos existentes na ilha. Então, é não só ensinar o que eles podem fazer, mas também ensinar as crianças ou os participantes do nosso campus a usarem os recursos existentes na ilha, para poderem estar preparados no caso de estar andarem na rua e alguém precisar de cuidados de primeiros socorros. Então, estamos já super felizes de ter isso no nosso campus. And Virginia, I pass it on to you. Thank you so much for the amazing staff.
Thank you so much. Wow, what a group of people that have so many experiences and so much to bring to our youth. And with that, and just by hearing about all these folks, it makes me think about who else are we missing here, right? Because Aminga is there's so much more people missing here, right? Thinking about how this program has been in both languages, one of the amazing group of people that we have at the camp is our translator group. Zina, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, actually, the translation group is actually led by a high school friend from São Vicente, so Lizzie, and she basically has a educational program, after school educational program in the island called Myrtle. And I'm just glad that I'm able to collaborate with someone so close to me, someone that I grew up, someone I went to school with, and someone that's doing so much to the island currently right now. So again, we thank them for being there, for supporting the program since day one. It's very, again, language, justice, and communication should flow, right? Should flow. We shouldn't be lost in the meaning. So again, for them to be able to bridge that gap in communication between our youth participants and our staff that only speaks English, it's a great privilege, and sharing that program with her, it's an honor. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Zina. And it allows us to be able to bring people from all over the world, right? So I think that's such a wonderful thing. And apart from that, just the last group that I'm going to share about is the wonderful volunteers. So after a lot of these youth, after they aged out of the program, they come back as volunteers and they help support the camp move forward. So just really a shout out to that youth that come in and help all the other youths that are part of the program now, because they don't want to leave Aminga. They want to keep on there. So that is now really, we've mentioned everybody that's part of this wonderful project. It's 100 people. When you count everybody that's giving their time, their money, their experiences, going all the way to the ends of the world to bring the Aminga project up. With that, I wanted to introduce you to a wonderful colleague of mine. I've worked with Stephanie in so many different spaces. She's doing so much for the world. Stephanie Guérin, she was born in Haiti and grew up in Cambridge, and it's now currently based in London. Stephanie has been collaborating with Zina and Betty in this project from the beginning. They played volleyball together, and she really loves sports, and it's here to talk to you a little bit more about what is the purpose of today. Take it away, Stephanie.
All right, thank you for that introduction. That's crazy. Yeah, so before I get into my whole spiel, we started today with about having raised about $3,000 on the platform. And we had about 22 donors. So we typically aim to raise about 1,000 to 1,500 during this fundraiser each year. So at the end of this pitch, let's see if we can get to our goal for today. Okay. So you should know that I'm here to ask you for money. So first you should give me some money. Here's the link. Drop the money here, and all of it goes to camp. You've already heard why you should give money. So I'm just here to give you the opportunity to make sure it gets counted in our goals for today. So if you have already given, or if you'd like to give, but you don't have more money to give, there's another way you can support. You can take this social media pledge and share it online. So I just dropped a note. You can tweak it however you'd like, and ask folks to help raise money. I put in a little note there to say that if you've been to camp, add a photo of yourself. If you haven't been to camp, here's a photo of the staff from last year at camp that you might use. That's the one that I used on my social media. All right. So while you're doing that, while you're giving and posting on social media, let me give you my spiel as to why you should give. So amidst all of the crazy things that are happening in the world, like climate change, literal wars and genocide, famine, political unrest everywhere, why give to Aminga to run a summer program? And also, what is the long-term value of this investment in the youth of Mindelo, in São Vicente, in Cabo Verde? So you've already heard all the brilliant testimonies, and you should by now have a sense of the impact of the work. But if you're not convinced yet, I only have one thing to add, which is that many people underestimate the value of participation in youth sports. And what I mean by that is that as a former athlete myself, I'm broken. I'm not like Bitso. As a former athlete, I've learned a number of skills that I've been able to translate off the court. And I have been able to notice the real difference between people who have participated in sports, it's specifically team sports, and those who have not participated in sports, specifically team sports. So I've learned how to be a member of a team. So if you've never played on a team before, it's really hard to have a sense of the things that you gain from being a member of a team. The sports field is not just a place where you're just on a team, right? Now I'm on professional teams. Virginia just said, Virginia and I work very closely together on professional teams. And it's become really evident the difference between people who have experience on teams and the people who have not. So what you're contributing is, what you're investing in is this experience that young people get to have now that they can continue to build on and take into professional settings. So this experience of being on teams, especially with people who have never been on teams, has actually fueled my efforts to continue to support Aminga because I see, and we have all decided that teamwork is a value of Aminga. It's a core value of Aminga. And it's also, as T just explained, a class. Team building is a class at Aminga that the youth really take very seriously in a fun way. Another thing I've learned is the value of studying and understanding an overall game plan. That sounds really basic, but if you haven't played on teams and you haven't played on a sports team, there's really you might have a hard time understanding why you should study the game plan and why you should understand each person's role in the plan. And I think it's a really key skill that you learn from being on a team, because if you don't understand your role on a team, you don't perform as well. And if you don't understand somebody else's role on the team, then you don't perform well with that person's role. And so then the team is only as strong as the weakest person. So if we're not all lifting the weakest person and we're not making sure that each of the pillars of the team work together to build it, then the team doesn't stand. And it doesn't matter if one person is great. If you don't know the game plan, and if you don't know your value and you don't understand other people's value, you can't be a team. And so I've learned that in professional settings that it's really important for everyone to know what we're here for. right? We all need to know the game plan. We all need to know each other's role, and we can then value our role even more intensely and perform better as a team. And so having been on teams, professional teams with people who haven't had those opportunities, I've really been on teams, professional teams that have struggled. And so I really love how much of a core value team building and teamwork is to Aminga, because it's really done a great job of teaching young people how to be a team player, both on and off the court or the field, depending on the sport. So I say all that to say that Aminga isn't just a sports camp for youth, it's a training ground for professionals of tomorrow to practice wellness, academics, and teamwork. So that's what you're investing in. So you should give me all of your money now so that we can make the camp happen this year and every year. But in all seriousness, every single dollar counts. We're all volunteers for Aminga, so 100% of your donation goes to the program. Specifically the food. We have to feed these kids because they spend too much time on the court running, and so they need the energy after that. So make your contribution now. Let me drop the link in the chat one more time so that you remember. Help us get to that goal. Let's get 2 more donors minimum. Even if it's $5, that's really important. So while you're making that contribution right now, let me just remind you what the Aminga Camp in 2024 offers. For sports, we're offering basketball, handball, and volleyball. For the Americans out there who've never heard of handball, it's going to be really interesting to watch because it's a really cool sport that I had never heard of before I got there and I saw it. So shout out to Jean-Pierre. I didn't do it right, but you'll see what I mean. Uncle Jean-Pierre is going to really lay down the ball. It's going to be amazing. Sophia and Beto, they are beloved by all of the basketball team. The volleyball, it's a tight-knit group. I don't want to say too much because I'm also part of the volleyball love. So all of the sports teams matter and they're all amazing. For the other classes, we're offering computers, English, arts, human rights, and Ujima's offering what we've been calling the street medics training. Other offerings. Thank you, Rita, for bringing back yoga and mindfulness. The career readiness class is always really well received, and it's now been a way to recruit new teachers. And T and Akasha are running team building. Really excited for all of that. So while I'm going to wrap up here, I just want to remind you, don't forget to give. Every single dollar counts. I'll pass it back to Zina and Betty. Give us your money. Thank you.
Thank you, Steph. And by the way, just to piggyback on what you said about handball, I grew up watching my sister playing handball. She represented Cape Verde, so shout out to her. That's why handball is part of the program. We try to represent all the sports that the siblings have played. So me, volleyball, my brother, basketball, and my sister, handball. And just FYI, handball, beach handball is going to be one of the exhibition sports for the Olympics for this year. The regular court indoor volleyball is already an Olympic sport, but beach volleyball is going to be added. So it's going to be on the exhibition as an exhibition sport for the Olympics. And you can go to the next slide where we will thank our amazing sponsors. So again, Escola Salesianos has been where our home, right, where we host and we held the project, the program, the summer camp. It provides all the physical infrastructure that we need to run the camp successfully. So again, just a big thank to them for allowing us to be on that space and be able to run the project, that again, 4 years in a row. Comité Olímpico Cabo Verdeano, they supported us the first year, and now they are renewing their sponsorship this year, so thank you so much. Instituto Desportivo de Juventude, again, since the year 2 of the camp, they've been supporting us. And again, Adelino, Didi, has been a big supporter, big sponsored advocate of our program. And someone that we hold dear to our hearts because he was my teacher, he was my brother's teacher. And it's nice to literally pay back to the community what I've learned from his teachings. And then we have also the support of the Basketball Federation of Cape Verde. Dica Technical Sportwear is a company from Portugal that has been supporting the program with their amazing uniform design. This year, we're not gonna say so much because we want to show you through our social media. So whenever we are ready to share, but we are gonna celebrate one of our freedom fighters, Amilcar Cabral, through our uniform. So our uniform, our representation of the culture and our program. So again, I'm looking forward to share with you the design and with this year's celebration of Amilcar Cabral. And then Fundação Benfica, also since day one, they've been helping us and providing materials. So again, they renew for the 4th year in a row their sponsorship. We thank them, Cinco clipboards for the design of flyers, everything related to the camp in a sense. So the printing materials comes from their design. So we appreciate that. And Apod, Portos de Cabo Verde, they've been there for us through financial sponsorship and also providing us a van to transport the staff from our basically lodging through the school and back and forth. Hoopers for t-shirts and materials. Ministério da Cultura e das Indústrias Criativas, they supporting the art program since last year and they renew their sponsorship. And then we have Genie Chalmers, last but not least, Genie Chalmers Fund for Education and Justice. They support our basically English team traveling from Senegal and also United States, and anything in a sense operationally for Aminga. Again, it's language justice, education justice for all. So we appreciate and we thank all our sponsors for their continued support. It takes everyone to support this. Again, we all volunteers for this purpose and I appreciate everyone. Betty, do you want to add anything?
Só queria reforçar o agradecimento, porque se não fossem esses apoios, dificilmente conseguiríamos realizar o campus desde a primeira edição. Então, agradecer de coração e continuar essa parceria por muitos anos, porque eu acho que como o campus tem vindo a realizar-se todos os anos e cada vez mais estamos a crescer. Então, acho que há cada vez mais pessoas, mais empresas, mais instituições do governo a acreditarem no nosso trabalho. Então, eu acho que continuar a fazer esse trabalho em prol da juventude está a ser muito gratificante e está a ser, de ano para ano, reconhecido nacional e internacionalmente. Então, muito obrigada a todos e esperamos ser merecedor, continuar a ser merecedor da confiança de todos para estar a realizar esse projeto todos os anos. Muito obrigada.
Thank you, and I'll pass it to Virginia.
Thank you, everybody. So we are at $4,052. Thank you, everybody. We have you with your contribution. We have 32 donors, so that means that we hit a dent. We made it possible. We continue to raise money, but you know, and I know that this is not enough, and we do need to share this with others. So after this, we will share this recording with you all. Please share around. Please help us continue to raise funds for the kids. But thank you for making it happen today, for having this celebration fundraiser and for it being a success. You can pass on to the next slide. And if anybody, I'm going to open the floor. If you guys have any questions, you can put it on the chat or you can raise your hands. If you have any questions for any of our team members, this is the time to do it. We will have 4 minutes.
So again, I just want to piggyback on Virginia said. We couldn't do this project without the help of everyone that volunteers their time, and everyone that supports the Amiga project either by donating financially or even sharing this project to friends and family. So, mais uma vez, queria agradecer a todos por estarem a apoiar o nosso projeto de alguma forma, através de doações ou por compartilhar os nossos projetos com amigos e familiares. Então, como a Stephanie falou, colocamos no chat uma coisa que podes compartilhar na página social que tens, like Facebook, Instagram, onde pedes as pessoas para doarem de alguma forma $1, vale por tudo, para ajudar a nossa programa a continuar a ajudar as crianças de São Vicente. E também agora vamos ter outros adolescentes de outras ilhas, como Sal, Praia, Santo Antão, a sofrer nos benefícios do campus. Então, espero que continuem a apoiar-nos e muito obrigado por tudo. E se tiver alguma pergunta, podem colocar no chat e nós vamos tentar responder o mais rápido possível. I think, Virginia, we can jump to the last slide. We will monitor the chat for any questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's raise our imaginary cups. Let's celebrate. Let's continue to move on. And how do we celebrate? We celebrate with music. So I'll have Andy play some. So this music is our celebration work. This is how we say goodbye to you all. This is how we thank you for being here, for staying with us through this time and listening to everybody. So salute and see you guys at the next time that we see each other together. Enjoy the music.
Thank you. And before you play it, Andy, I just want to give a quick introduction of this amazing band. This is the old school Cape Verdean music, but the true Cape Verdean music. I like pop, but again, it's shifted away from our roots in a sense of the different genres that are born and in Cape Verde. So again, Tubarões Azul, Il do Lobo, Cape Verdean was a Cape Verdean singer. He's known for a versatile and melodic voice, commanding stage presence, and trademark Barrett's made him one of the most recognizable performers in Cape Verde. He mastered most of the styles of Cape Verdean music, but he's best known for this Mornas. But this one is a coladera, and I hope you enjoy it. As you're gonna see with the quality of the video is an old video, but it's the music and the rhythm still reaches the heart like it was yesterday. So I hope you enjoy. And again, thank you so much for being part of this virtual fundraising. Aminga's Love, Life, and Wellness. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Que tem coragem, é só tu nunca de meu socorro, que te putado, que tu és sentir, que fare do coração, tu nunca, é nós que pai, é nós que bem, é nós que fica de meio, no único coração, nacionalidade já não tem jaga, no mar nos condom, nós de Maria no bichala. No coração, nacionalidade já não tem já. No mar nos condom, nós de Maria no bichala. E nós que embarca para Santo Tomé, injuriar para o pé, e Cuba que está na mé, Curundar, também, para nós bom de cada dia, hoje direito, manhã mariado, remediar o café melhor, e espera andar também. E nós que embarca para Santo Tomé, injuriar para o pé, e Cuba que está na mé, Curundar também, para nós bom de cada dia, hoje direito, manhã mariado, remediar o café melhor, e espera andar também. Creo que é pecado, dá o cataflado, mas sou o danguidene. Tu nunca, creo que é pecado, dá o cataflado, mas sou o danguidene. Tu nunca, tu nunca, tu nunca, tu nunca, tu nunca. coração. Nacionalidade eu não tenho já. No mar nos condom, nos limares do deixada. No único coração. Nacionalidade eu não tenho já. No mar nos condom, nos limares do deixada. E nos que embarca passando bem, injuriado maravilha, e cubo está na mente, durundando bem, nos pondi cada dia, hoje doente, manhã mariado, remediado, cativino, que espera andar outra vez. E nos que embarca passando bem, injuriado maravilha, e cubo está na mente, durundando bem, nos pondi cada dia, hoje doente, manhã mariado, remediado, cativino, que espera andar outra vez. Tu nunca creo que é pecado, da boca da flor, mas só o branquinho. Tu nunca creo que é pecado, da boca da flor, mas só o branquinho. Tu nunca, tu nunca, tu nunca, tu nunca, tu nunca.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Feel free to have the rest of your day. Good. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. Kisses. Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you, FX. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, everyone that participated. Love you guys. See you soon.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Hi.
Bye. I'm not leaving the meeting.